ASSN.
And that's how you fuck up a game. That's exactly how you fuck up a game and fuck off your own team. I am sick of this shit. Ben fucking Johnson, man. For all the good he's done, you don't go in your bag of stupid fucking shit when you're trying to get to the NFC Championship. So fucking stupid, man. If you guys think what we saw today was fucking stupid and we gifted them a win and a trip to the NFC Championships, hit that fucking drop in the comment, give us a like, because Ben Johnson passed up on at least 2 fucking field goals. He hits those fucking field goals early in the game, we don't even have to see this shit. This is how you don't want to fucking lose. I think I like Ben Johnson. I think he's gonna have a bright future, but this is what you call how to fuck your own team. What do you think?
Well, things happen in the world. They change, and unfortunately, we got a young kid, rookie, who was driving down the field with a chance to win. He just made a big play. He tried to throw into coverage again, and
It's his second year.
It's his second year.
But it's like a rookie year for him because he finally has some good coaching.
Well, no, I mean, your second year, it's the first time in your playoff. You gotta learn how to manage the game a little bit better. He got excited. He thought he had a man open. He throws an interception. He should have just moved the ball down 10, 15 yards, gotten the first down, and keep going. And but he wanted to end it. He wanted to be the hero.
No. Yeah, for me, it's some bullshit because that was a play call. That's a fucking play call. And in my opinion, you got to call plays to methodically keep pounding that rock and moving it down the field. You have time. It doesn't even matter because it's overtime, because you're only 15 yards away from having a fucking field goal attempt to end it if it doesn't go right. I think it was a fucked up play call.
But it was amazing. And you got to look at this, and all of the Bears' losses this year, it's all come down to the last play, probably, 8 times, 9 times? This is incredible. I mean, it's a young Bears team. I predicted they'd go 12-5. They did. They went 11-6. They made it to the playoffs. They won. They beat the Green Bay Packers for the first time. Look at the gifts that you have in this situation. Yeah, it sucks. This game sucks. And you know what? Next year, it'll be better.
Yeah, it might be better this year. Tell me what you guys think below. Drop a comment below what you guys think about the play calling on Ben Johnson. You can't fault the defense. They showed up. This was not the same D that we saw the last game or the last few games. This was a whole different defense. And then you put them in that kind of position. To me, LA did not fucking win this game, and they know they didn't win this fucking game. They got gifted this game. Because if you take those fucking field goals, guess what? This game doesn't exist going in overtime. That pass by Caleb, game over. Actually, did they pass on 2 or 3?
3.
Okay, 3. That means 9 points. You fucked us out of 9 points. I wish Romo Dunze would have caught that ball in the end zone, because this will also be over. But, a player sometimes does drop a ball. That was a horrible one. But at the same time, as a coach, you got to fucking call the shit that you're supposed to. You take the points off the damn table. You hear me? You take the points off the table. You don't sit there and let a team stick around when you can rip their heart out and put the game away, especially in these kind of conditions. And then with the game on the line and you have the ball and you're running it pretty fucking good at a good clip. And you can have some outlet short passes. Take the 4, take the 6. Just keep going down. Just keep chipping away and give yourself a chance to keep that field goal. But instead, he called a play to go down the field. And to me, I'm completely flabbergasted, because if it wasn't for his horrendous play calling and not choosing to take those field goals, really it was Caleb. This is probably one of Caleb's worst games, but Caleb probably had his best career throw for that TD. And it's only because of Caleb that we ended up in overtime, not because of Ben Johnson with that, because that was not a call play. That was a breakdown, and that was an improvisation at its best, at its finest, in a pass that nobody else probably could make happen. And so when you get that chance and you got this young quarterback now, pretty much getting and coaching in field goal territory, you got to call the plays to keep him safe from trying to do shit like that, because everything counts. You can't gamble. You can't fuck around and go down the field right there. I say you methodically go down the field, and then you go for the score. And you win this bitch. And I just think this loss is 100% on Caleb. And if they kick his ass, welcome to Chicago, Ben Johnson.
Not 100% on Caleb. It's on.
No. I meant Ben Johnson. I didn't mean. Did I say Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay, I say Caleb. Sorry, Caleb. Not you. But this is on Ben Johnson. Although you had 3 picks, shit happens. But you weren't supposed to be in a position to do what you did right there in overtime. If they kick Ben Johnson's ass, in the presser, he deserves it because this is a game you gave to fucking Sean McVay. Sean McVay did not earn that one. You gave it to him by passing everything up. I don't know. To me, I'm not happy about the whole situation.
Hey,
If you agree, hit that sub.
you know, if you're a Bears fan like me, what a season. What a season. How many games did we see the craziest shit happen in the entire world? Sometimes, you play with it too much. I mean, we don't get the bounces, we don't get the breaks, we don't get anything else. We get the bad play calling. Everybody's entitled to a bad game. Ben Johnson, what a coach, what a team, what everything else.
No, but I love Ben, but you fucked us.
Well, he made a mistake.
No, he didn't make a mistake.
He made a couple mistakes.
No, he made too many throughout the whole game.
There's just a lot of bad games you have. So, I mean.
No, but you don't do that at this point, Mike. You don't do that at this point. You got to play it safe in the sense. You don't call that play to go down the field. You have the ball. All you have to do is score, and the shit's over.
I know.
So you don't do that. Nobody does that. Nobody would do that. Why do that? Why do you guys think that he called that kind of play? Why would you even put Caleb or anybody in that position? And then the defense, kudos to the defense. I think the defense showed out today. We should have had quite a few turnovers. And the other thing I want to talk about is the refs. The refs also screwed this game. How about they should have had a roughing the passer on Caleb in the first quarter when on our first drive he got shot to the head and they didn't throw a flag.
No.
There's been quite a few things the ref have done. It doesn't make any sense. So to me, congratulations, Los Angeles, for receiving your gift, your late Christmas gift from Chicago, because you had no business winning this game. I just believe that Ben Johnson needs to be called into the owner's office to have a serious fucking talk, man. This is part of the learning curve, I guess, that he has to go through. But even after all of that, and Caleb didn't play his best game, Caleb still put on his Iceman super cape, and he went out there and he made it made an exception, probably the best throw of the year that I've seen, and he keeps topping each one of these throws. Every time he has a throw that you think is the best throw you've ever seen, somehow he always tops it. I don't know how he does it. The Iceman coming, but you don't put the Iceman out in the heat by going down the field like that. I don't know. I'm pissed. I'm not happy with the results. The Bears losing overtime by a field goal. And I just feel like he said, next year is probably going to be super exciting. They have money. They have they have all their draft picks. And I think they're going to have to go out and get an edge rusher. Although we've been getting some pressure on the quarterback today. But I think we need a lot more on that defensive line. And we need an edge rusher. We need somebody who can actually wreak havoc back there. And if that was the case, this would be a whole totally different game. But as of right now, we don't have that, but they showed up, and you see that this foundation is going to go extremely far. If Ryan Poles goes out there and makes the right moves, acquires a couple more assets, has some additions to this team, I think this team is Super Bowl contender next year. I think the window's open now.
I think it is. This is good for where they had to be. And, they didn't lose in a colossal way. They just lost. I mean, some bad decisions were made. But you know what? This won't happen next year. And, that Seattle defense will chew us up next week. So I'm kind of glad a little bit, but, we'll take our loss. And the last game in Soldier Field is going to be a memorable one.
What did you guys think about the season overall? Let me know what you guys think about the season overall. I mean, it was not disappointing. There was a lot of games that we should have won that we lost, and there were some games that we had zero, basically, probability of winning, and we came back and actually snatched it from the jaws of defeat.
If I see another blue and yellow team beat us again, I mean, I don't know if there's a blue and yellow team in the NBA, but I'm a little sick of blue and yellow teams beating us. I mean, Milwaukee beat us in the fall there.
The Cubs, yeah.
And the Cubs, and now the Rams beat us. They're blue and yellow. Hopefully this won't happen again. But you know what? Great season by the Bears. Incredible fortitude, incredible everything. Be thankful for what you got, because we could have had a 5-12 team too.
Yeah, it's true. We don't though, and I just think that I appreciate his take, and that's a really positive take, and that's a good way of looking at it moving forward. But my fucking take is, when you get in the fucking playoffs and you're right there, you don't fuck around, you look, man.
He'll be all right in a couple days. Don't worry about it. It'll all work out for him.
Yeah.
Pitchers and catchers report in 24 days. You know, the Cubs are back in action very, very soon. We still have the Bulls playing very well. You know what? Blackhawks are doing fine. I mean, for Chicago sports, it's a good year. And
Yeah, I just feel
it'll
like-
even be a better 2016.
I just feel, instead of Ben Johnson reaching for the baby oil, he should have got the fucking paper towels and cleaned up the mess that he made in his calls. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. He has to know when to do certain things.
You live by the Johnson, you die by the Johnson.
Yeah, the Johnson turned around this time. I love Ben Johnson. I love what he's doing, and I love where this team is headed. But these type of situations are not given to you all the time. They come once in a blue moon. It's been since, 2010 that we actually won and advanced this far. And sometimes, you don't want to take this like a Lovie Smith situation where that game was blown. We should actually won that. We had Brian Greasy ready to jump in, 2 years removed from a Pro Bowl. And I'm sure we could have beaten Indianapolis, but no, we beat ourselves in that game. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is because Lovie Smith said one thing at the presser. He said, we'll be back. We'll be back there again, because he assumed that we'd be back there. But you can't assume anything in the NFL. It's not the same. And I just feel like, personally, that when you get this far, you have to know when to hold them. You have to know when to fold them, not us. By making the right calls, right plays. And I'm sick of how this thing happened, and I think it's reprehensible, and I think that he needs to learn from this shit. Not just from his personal experience, but somebody needs to bring him in by the coattails and let him know this is a game that we should have won. And you had 4 opportunities, 3 field goals, and you also could have called more conservative plays to get methodically further down the fucking field, so you can just go ahead and kick that field goal, and we'll be on our way to Seattle. And this is how I feel. I know how Mike feels about the Seattle defense, because everything he said about that is true. But our defense showed up, and our offense is explosive. And going to a warmer, nicer climate like Seattle, I think we actually would have gave them a fight. But all in all, being a good sport, I wish the Rams the best. And it would be nice to see the Rams go up there and give a heck of a game. And maybe they even win, because they did beat Seattle not too long ago. So I think it's going to be a nice matchup. I think this is exactly what the Seahawks did not want. This is not what they wanted to see. With Stafford back there throwing for over 4,600 yards, 46 touchdowns? I can't remember the stats off the top of my head, but that's probably not what they wanted to see. They'd probably rather see the Bears because they're green.
I don't know. But no, nobody wants to see Caleb Williams in the fourth quarter.
Nah, nobody does. But in today's game, we take the loss, and we bid adieu to our season, and
Pitchers and catchers report.
Pitchers and catchers report for the Cubs. But much love and respect for Los Angeles. Love you guys. I appreciate every one of you guys. Me and Mike have been doing this hard for a few years, and
You know what you need to do? You need to get your ass in.
yeah, you need to get your ass in. So make sure you subscribe and get your ass in. We're out.
We're out.
Good season, Mike.
Great season. Have a great day.
Trash Fans, where real fans gear up, hit the rival's locker to take shots at your opponents while having a good time, or rep your squad from the home locker. Talk trash without saying a word. Get yours at trashfans.com. Have fun! It's Trash Talk season. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and check out our new store, trashfans.com, where real fans gear up with the wildest sports gear in the game. See you guys in the next episode.